Pioneers put up a season-best 103 points here today as they knock off Limestone 103-94. Brian Stayton with Pioneer coach J.T. Burton. And, I talked with Jackson before the game, and he says, we're pleased with what we're doing defensively. We're pleased with how we're executing the offense. We're not pleased with not making shots. And you had to get off to a good start. And I went back and tracked it. You made the first shot of 2024 in every game, but then you've missed an average of the next 6 shots.
Wow.
And that's kind of where you're not sustaining any success by doing that, and you're playing enough defense, but you still trail by 6 or 7 points through the first 4 minutes of the game, and you're battling back. Today that didn't happen, but you guys executed at a high level completely through the entire game.
Yeah, I thought we did a really good job of turning the corner. Bryce Jackson, I ride him hard, and because he's a redshirt freshman, he's got to understand he's a good basketball player, and we've done a good job, my assistants, of getting him there. And like I told you, we went back to the old school, went and bought some heavy balls and that pad, because I know we're better than 40% from the field as a team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're better than averaging 9.9 assists a game, too. So today, I thought we did a very good job of executing, sharing the ball, and playing off 2 feet when they got to the basket.
You hit a bunch of threes early, I will say that. And I thought, well, here we go. We're going to jack up 30 by the end of the game. Because in the first half, I believe from three-point territory, we had taken 12 and made 7. So we're shooting for a very high percentage. But, man, you didn't settle on that.
No. I think we took 1 contested 3, and it was when Josiah took that role replaced, and he took that contested 3, and that was a late contest. So I'll take that because he's shooting right at 39-40% from the three-point line. And as long as, I told him, as long as we're making, we take open shots, we're okay, and you can't force it. So the halftime when we went in, I told him 7 for 12. We can't shoot no more than 20 threes. We can't, unless we're making them. And we keep driving the ball because, I knew the whistle was getting tight, and it was consistent. I have to say, they was calling on both ends. So when you do that, you got to put a lot of pressure. And I think we learned that our last game, that all we have to do is just turn the corner and get to the rim. And I thought we did a really good job of not settling, especially the second half.
You got to the rim and you made shots. And again, we can't talk about 57% from the field today, Coach. I mean, that's neither team really missed, so you didn't really worry about your rebound numbers, but they became much more important late in the game because when the rare miss did happen, you had to get that board, and you guys did a good job going to the boards.
Yeah, that's our MO, is crashing the boards. And how about Travis Pujo?
Yeah.
That kid really stepped up, and he did some really good things. I know we could talk about it later, but that offensive putback, he got some, timely things that he done. And I told him, man, he's a big asset to this team. But, yeah, we did a really good job. I told you, that's our thing now. You got to get to the rim. You have to get to the rim. We are not settling. And I think we do a real good job, especially today.
Today was a game where the whistle was tight, and it was warranted. I got to be honest. It was chippy. It was very physical through the contest. I think what I'm more impressed with Travis is his calm composure. His composure at the free throw line was very calm. Made 10 straight free throws, and they were huge, and he needed those.
We was down 5. Up 5.
Does he do that in practice?
Yeah. And he's a kid that Travis is a kid that we've noticed that once I get on him, if I say something to him, everybody can't yell at him. Like Travis. No, I've told the players, everybody's got to kind of understand on him unless he's doing something, out of character. So. I give him the ultimate confidence, and he listens, and he's got to get some maturity level. He still got to grow. The one thing about this team, Brian, is we had some up and down. We had a really tough schedule. We just played a very good Limestone team, okay? They, second, third in our conference. So with that being said, this team is, we had some things that happened internally. You had to kick some guys off. This team is doing what we should have done, having to do in early November. We're doing it now, and that's why I think I told you before, we're trying to find our identity, both on defense and offense, and then we trim down the rotation, kind of find the guys, and they're doing a really, really good job of executing, doing the game plan, and playing for each other.
And I think you see everybody in some way that played contributed. I mean, even Otasipe, because he was very physical tonight. Kobe comes in, makes big shots. Josiah hits a big three. Connor Jordan goes to the free throw line, handles the pressure. KJ comes in, does what he has been doing off the bench today. TJ comes in and gets you some putbacks. And then there's Bryce Jackson. You know, he gets his second start, and he gets you right off to that good start that you need to by driving to the rim, and then he continued that consistently through the game.
When he does that and he's making free throws, that's huge for us because Connor Jordan, as he said, Connor wasn't making shots. He was 3 for 8 from the field, but you go look at it. He had 8 assists with 2 turnovers, so that's huge. And then you got KJ who's contributing, and Kobe. You know, I got to give him a big shout out too because I put him on the orange team, and I told him, I said, look, you got to help us. Either you're gonna figure it out and help us, or you ain't playing. And he kind of responded. That's what their kids' MO is. And you go down the line and look. I mean, I know they outscored us in the paint. Well, we had 38 points in the paint. I don't think that's happened all year long. Right. You know, that many points, even though they outscored us. And then the biggest thing is you go down the line. You got Bryce Jackson, who's a redshirt freshman with 20. You got Travis with 20 off the bench. So, you know, these guys are doing a really good job of buying in, but we just got to keep going. That's why I told him. Enjoy wins because it is so hard to win a game. In this league, everybody has a lot of parity, and you have to take care of home, and we did a really good job at today.
Well, that's what I really say. It starts a 3-game homestand. We really have to take care of home floor.
Have to. You have to, because if you want to fight your way out of it, I've been 4-8 here. And, you know, Brian, like I told my assistants and players, I've went on 2 10-game losing streaks, was 5-24 my first head coaching job. So I understand that you just got to stay patient. You have to stay calm. You still got to believe. You got to believe in something when nobody else does, and you got to sit whenever nobody else does. And this team is beginning to do that. And I told them, I said, even when sometimes we may lose, but you have to get better when you lose, and you got to learn from it. That's what we've been doing.
Great win.
Oh, my God. Thank you, man. Wow.
Good stuff. That's big time. Wednesday against Emory and Henry, and happy belated birthday to Lucky. We talked about it last week, a week ago. But
hey, you be careful in Knoxville. Do you hear me, little girl?
Yeah, you be good. He's J.T. Burton down Bryan State, back with final thoughts. Tusculum knocks off Limestone 103-94. This is Pioneer Basketball, driven by Gateway Ford Nissan on the Pioneer Sports Network.